Wake up! It's time for your cereal. What goes into making our favorite brands? And who are all those faces we see on boxes across America? Find out who was the first champion of Wheaties and who has made their team over the decades. And visit a museum filled with childhood favorites. From the Quisp Alien to Tony the Tiger, learn how these characters have gotten as popular as the products they're selling. It's all coming up on Unwrapped. Hi, welcome to Unwrapped. I'm Mark Summers. Cereal. It's become a staple in America's diet. Besides bread, cereal is the most common way our country gets its grain, and it's become a billion-dollar industry. So we've gone behind the scenes to see what millions of people wake up to every morning. Welcome back. I'm Mark Summers. When you think of Frosted Flakes, what's the first thing that comes to mind? Tony the Tiger, right? How about Rice Krispies? Snap, crackle, pop. Dozens of cereal sales creatures have come and gone over the years, but have remained in our childhood memories, and many are still in our kitchens today. So what do you say you pull up a chair and check out the breakfast table? Who's who? Welcome to a magic land where giants stand guard over mythical creatures from long ago. This enchanted place is Creatabilitoys, a mini museum dedicated to advertising icons.
The Toy Museum was founded in 1995 really as a place to house what began as one or two pieces and grew into over an 800-piece collection.
Famous commercial characters are on every shelf, but center stage belongs to breakfast.
When people come to the museum, they're almost immediately drawn to the cereal section. And part of the reason is that everybody ate cereal at one time or another, and there is always an icon that is somebody's favorite.
The king of this jungle isn't a lion, it's a tiger. Tony roared onto the cereal scene in 1952, and kids thought he was great!
And how could you not like Tony? You have a real happy-go-lucky, very colorful, very rambunctious tiger that's telling you to eat your cereal.
Tony faced some early competition. Kellogg's auditioned other characters such as Newt the New and Zeke the Zebra.
And Tony the Tiger ended up getting the starring role, and he's still to this day considered one of the most popular advertising icons in the history of advertising.
Another famous cereal spokesanimal is the Trix Rabbit.
Rabbit.
Introduced way back in 1954, the bumbling bunny spent decades trying to get his paws on a bowl of Trix cereal. But he was always foiled by a couple of cute kids.
Yeah, poor guy never got the cereal.
Hi, kids.
Consumers took pity on the hopping mad rabbit in 1976 and voted on whether he should finally be allowed to taste the Trix. The rabbit won the election and was rewarded with 2 whole spoonfuls of cereal. So why do cereal makers rely on these sometimes silly characters?
When you're talking about cereal, you know, kids will tell you that most of the cereal, quite frankly, is the same.
Cereal companies scramble for ways to raise their product head and beak above the others.
My favorite cereal icon has got to be Toucan Sam, and I like the way he was always flying around looking for his bowl of cereal.
Fruit Loops lore says the colors of the bird's beak match the colors of the cereal. Some cereal characters had continuing storylines that played out in ad campaigns over the years.
Captain Crunch and John LaFoot would always be doing battle on Captain Crunch's ship, the SS Guppy. John LaFoot would always try to get Captain Crunch to walk the plank, but always Captain Crunch would prevail.
This campaign was so successful that for a few years in the mid-1960s, Captain Crunch outsold all other cereal brands. And this famous trio started out as a solo act.
Snap was actually introduced by Kellogg's in 1933, and he did not have Crackle or Pop with him. And the reason why he was named Snap was Kellogg's figured that that's what the cereal sounded like when milk was poured on it.
After about a year and a half, Snap's noisy sidekicks were added on. In the 1970s, cereal advertising got scary.
blueberry.
General Mills had a whole gang of ghouls selling cereal. Count Chocula, Frankenberry, Boo Berry, Yummy Mummy, and Fruit Brute.
And they found that kids really loved the fact that these monsters were happy monsters.
Cereal icons peaked as an advertising tool in the early 1970s, then faded away as marshmallows gave way to granola.
The cereal market became more health-oriented, and quite frankly, there weren't too many advertising icons that would fit that type of cereal.
Very interesting.
People longing to revisit memories of commercials past are welcome at Creatabilitoys.
What it really does is really afford them an opportunity to reconnect with their childhood.
An ad-inspired time trip back to the good old days. So was everything, including cereal icons, better way back when?
Some of the icons now are very much in your face, and it's very much about selling. The icons of yesteryear were just more happy-go-lucky, more whimsical. They're actually more fun.
And that was just great!